What's up guys, this is Mike, the Detroit Borg, with a look at VIZIO's flagship P-Series Quantum X TV. This is one of the first TVs with AirPlay 2 and HomeKit integration, so VIZIO was kind enough to sponsor this video and hook me up with one of these TVs so I could check out VIZIO's best TV and how it works with the latest Apple integration. In terms of setup, the first thing I have to do here is install the stands. Now the stands in this case are solid metal and they're polished, so they have a really nice look to it. They're really simple to install. All I had to do was lay the TV down on its box while still protected by its packaging so I don't damage the screen. So the stands just slot easily into place and all you have to do is screw them down. So this is one of VIZIO's 4K TVs with a full array of LEDs backlighting the entire panel. So this active matrix of LEDs can more precisely control the highlights on the screen while preserving contrast for the parts of the screen that are supposed to be black. And with 384 zones for the 65-inch TV, this has a pretty dense array of LEDs for much more precise control. And with the ultra bright technology, this gets up to about 3000 nits of peak brightness. Personally, I really like some of the design touches of this TV, which give it a more high-end look. So we have those knurled finishes along the edges of the TV. We also have some discreet badging at the corners, and overall the TV has this nice sleek look. The back of the TV isn't quite as stylish, but we have some buttons on one side, sort of iMac style, with power, volume, and input. But we also get a generous set of I/O, including 5 HDMI ports. We also get a full set of composite and component inputs, along with Ethernet, a USB port, a TV tuner with analog or digital audio outputs. The included remote controller also feels relatively high-end. It's all aluminum with this really solid feel to it, so it definitely feels quite a bit nicer than the plastic remote you might get with most TVs. The remote control has some hotkeys at the top to take you directly to certain apps, and otherwise the overall functionality is pretty familiar. Personally, what I prefer to use is the Smartcast mobile app. So this means I can bypass the on-screen menus and directly control the TV right from my phone. So for example, I use this a lot to adjust the display settings. In terms of the interface, this is VIZIO's latest version of Smartcast, which is their smart TV platform. So that gives us a very simple and intuitive interface to use. We have a very large app selection for media streaming, so you're likely to find what you need on this platform. One of my favorite features of this software is the information ribbon that appears at the top of the screen. This tells me the video's format, the resolution, whether it's playing back in Dolby Vision with Dolby Atmos audio, and more. There's also an easy to navigate and feature-packed settings section to really customize your experience, which includes the settings for the active full array. So I've been using this TV for 3 months now with the mode set to high, and I've been extremely impressed by its performance. Now the biggest concern with local dimming is haloing, or the effect of the LEDs bleeding outside the boundary that it wants to light. And for the most part, this is only evident in certain scenarios, such as text on a black background. But overall, I find the intensity of the highlights usually overpowers any evidence of haloing. Now it's really quite stunning to get such intense brightness on a black background without graying out the black level. That tends to be a problem with LCD because it just ramps up the backlight and washes everything out to get to those bright levels. So that makes this TV especially vibrant for HDR content, which really needs brightness and contrast to perform at its best. Now with up to 3000 nits of peak brightness, this is definitely the brightest TV I've ever seen. Certainly much brighter than an OLED panel, which really can't achieve this sort of brightness across the entire panel. So the great thing with all of these LEDs is that you can get that explosive brightness anywhere on the screen across the entire screen, which is something that can only really be achieved with this type of display technology. This is also one of VIZIO's Quantum Color TVs, which uses quantum dot screen technology, which is a premium display technology that is designed to enhance color separation to improve the brightness and color gamut of the TV. So on top of the brightness, the colors on this TV look extremely vibrant. The big news with VIZIO's Smartcast TV platform is AirPlay 2 and HomeKit integration. Before I get to HomeKit, let's talk about AirPlay 2, which finally lets Apple devices such as iPads, iPhones, and Macs to stream video and audio directly to a TV. Now once you've connected and set up your TV on your home Wi-Fi network, the TV will automatically appear as an AirPlay ready device, just like an Apple TV or HomePod. AirPlay 2 is supported in a growing list of apps, but of course it's supported in the Apple TV app, so you can stream your Apple TV content or your Apple TV Plus shows. While you're using AirPlay, you can use your device normally and quickly jump back to the remote control anytime you want. So while AirPlay is running on your iOS device, you'll see a blue indicator in the status bar, which you can tap on to jump back to the controller. The control center in iOS also has a media widget to control playback to the TV. It's also from here where you can select a different device or disconnect from the TV. AirPlay 2 has several other uses, including playback of photos or video stored directly on your device. You'll see AirPlay available as a sharing action for either a single photograph or a slideshow. Alternatively, we also have screen mirroring from iOS or a Mac. This might be useful if you want to show content on the big screen that doesn't have an AirPlay option available, such as a website, a video game, or a video editor. HomeKit is separate from AirPlay 2 and is Apple's smart home platform. It does require additional setup, which you can initiate from the Home app in iOS or macOS. Now, once you've paired the TV to HomeKit, this will open up other useful features, including Siri integration. So this means you can use Siri on your iOS or macOS device to initiate playback on the TV. HomeKit integration also means the TV will appear in the Apple Home app like all of your other smart home devices, such as your smart lights, thermostats, cameras, door locks, and more. So this is a pretty slick way of quickly turning the TV on and off just by tapping the icon. Long pressing the icon will get you to a few other controls, such as switching inputs. This also lets you add your TV to your HomeKit scenes. In my case, I've set up a scene called Movie Time that will automatically turn the TV on and turn off all of the overhead lights and dim down a few of the accent lights, just like in a movie theater. I've also added the TV to my goodnight scene, so when I say goodnight to Siri, this will turn off the TV and all of the lights in the home. AirPlay 2 also supports music playback, so if you want to stream music to your TV, you can do that as well. You can even use your HomePod or your Apple Watch to request and initiate the music you want to play back on your VIZIO TV. Now, you don't have to buy the best TV to get this tech. This is part of the Smartcast platform, which means there's a wide array of VIZIO TVs that support these features in a price and size that should fit your needs. So besides the onboard interface, there are plenty of ways of getting streaming content to this TV without attaching another streaming box. So essentially, all of the major streaming platforms are now supported on this TV, even Apple's. So after spending 3 months with this TV, I've come away extremely impressed by the picture quality and surprised by the ways I've been able to integrate this TV into my smart home and the Apple ecosystem. And as always, VIZIO is able to deliver all of these features and performance at a very competitive price, which makes this a hard value to beat. Now, if you want to know more about pricing on this TV or other VIZIO TVs, I'll leave a link in the description below. Hope you guys enjoyed this video, and if you did, please give it a thumbs up to let me know, and I'll see you again in my next video.